people must step up because you have to start being more sharper, being on the look, get them phones out, be ready to record at all times, be ready to become, the boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because we have an open border policy done by the Biden administration that could possibly put this country into perilous danger when it comes to your children and your children and their grandkids and your grand and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? So we have to set the precedent now to make sure that we educate our kids to understand what is going on, how it can go on, and what may happen. You know what I'm saying? And to be ready to do so. You know what I'm saying? We see the Shinnecock Nation wins federal grant for 5G cable to improve internet cell phone service, which is a good thing. I'm glad to hear that. We see people over politics. New York man makes United States history. Well, that's good for you. I hope it ain't no Luciferian shit he going on with too. You know what I'm saying? But we see Corden jokes that Apple threats to remove Twitter from App Store is terrible news for 6 people Elon Musk hasn't fired. Yeah, and the joke isn't funny, like your bald-headed fool. So, Biden tells the GOP his hopes gets stuffed. His Biden tells GOP, creepy Joe Biden tells GOP his hopes gets stiff response from McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? McCarthy's dropping that bomb on a Pennsylvania senator to put progressive prosecutor on trial. GOP, you know what I'm saying? New committee leader prepares a list of investigation. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We see one coming on down the pike line there. You know what I'm saying? We see where House Representative promising to aggressively oversight House Republicans are promising aggressive oversight of the creepy Joe Biden administration once they assume the majority next year, with a particular focus on the business dealings of the president's son, Hunter Creep Joe Little Biden. You know what I'm saying? Legal immigration at the U.S.-Mexican border, and the origin of COVID-19. 3 main issues that needs to definitely be on the table, must be investigated, because however we look at it, it still come out to the same thing. It was already done. It's too late. It's already done. So the investigation needs to be done so we can understand the political parties in which it is involved, that has caused many of these things and seen many of these things to go on, that we may need to fully understand what it is, because we see that something stinks up there on the hill and it's funking up the rest of the country. So Republicans won't have enough votes to advance key legislation priorities if there is no demon Democrat to buy in. But of course, because they can always find somebody to block it and sling it and fling it and ring it and ding it. Nobody goes to jail, I guess. Their oversight of government agency could put demon Democrats on the defensive and dampen support for Creep Joe Biden's, Creep Joe Biden's administration going into the 2024 presidential elections, which, we have to be careful and make sure that the integrity of it is there and you ain't cheating our fucking election like you usually do, bouncing us back and forth between the Republicans and the Democrats. Don't play that fucking, the people need to start their party up the middle though and make sure that we keep our eye focused right down the center, that they understand that what we're talking about is the tranquility of life for all people on planet Earth. Stop being greedy. Give to the needy. DMX. Some of the lawmakers expects to lead these investigations once House Republicans select their new committee chair. You know what I'm saying? Yes, so we see. But we see Jim Jordan, a Republican of Ohio, is expected to serve as the next chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. You know what I'm saying? Jordan helped form and then led the ultra-conservative House Freedom Caucus and voted on the January 6th, 2021 to object to the counting Pennsylvania electoral votes. President Donald J. Trump thought so highly of Jordan that he presented the congressman with the national highest civil honor and Presidential Medal of Freedom. Well, I agree with that. And Jim Jordan, get on your job, baby. Because we got a lot of work to do and a lot of cleaning up because we got a lot of knuckleheads and foreign knuckleheads. Keep that thumb up. We see a lot of foreign knuckleheads that's in this country doing a whole lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But we see Biden just knife labor union in the back. They shouldn't forget it. And they shouldn't forget it. That's a damn skippy truth. You know what I'm saying? The government shouldn't have got involved. They should have kept the pressure on the railroad, that the pressure on the railroad was put on the pressure on the railroad, that the railroad company and the thing treat the people better and make sure that you put forward the incentive of the millions of dollars that you're making and the millions of dollars of work of their body that they're putting out as their services to you, that you hire them and so forth and so on, and they contracted with you as a worker. Now I'm saying not under some Gestapo bullshit, but at the same time you should have made sure that the government didn't have to get involved in it. You should have gave them what they was asking for, and that would have been it. You know what I'm saying? You're too greedy, and you know what I'm saying? Why the government always have to step in and do this and that and the third is on beyond to me when it comes to the railroad situation. You know what I'm saying? But we see racist interview with Pope Francis cause fury in Russia. You know what? Why would he have anything to really say? What we see here, Pope Francis, has sparked a fury in Russia over an interview in which he suggested that the Chechen and I think it's called Burats or whatever, members of its armed forces shows more cruelty in Ukraine than ethnic Russian soldiers. You know what? That war needs to be completely stopped, taken away, done with, settled, make sure they understand whatever is going to go on. Russia have to accept the fact that Ukraine wants to tear away, but it's in the territory. Zelensky got to understand that you're in Russian territory, the old Soviet Union, you broke off, you have built a city, you have your own thing, you're still Russians anyway, and you have to understand that you're killing one another, killing brother, or whatever else you do it. The leadership in all these countries needs to be shaken up. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with what Russia is doing, and I don't agree with what Ukraine has done or doing itself back at the same time. I don't agree with what NATO is doing, and I'm not going to get into it. That's between y'all. You need to clean it up. You're fucking up the rest of the world. The same thing go for that Iran war and the war you say we didn't forget. The same go for the war, the civil wars that's going on in Ethiopia by these bands of Arabs or whatever they call themselves, Eritreans or whatever. We need to stop this bullshit. Same thing goes in Africa. All over Africa must now reject any religion that is not of their ancestors, and you must get back to your ancestors' ways, and you must accelerate the mother. The mother must put on there over there killing women, chopping them up, doing all kind of garbage, and then you let all kind on top of all the garbage for all these well, not that long, but 100 years or whatever was going on. Now you let these other people and these foreigners come in and they're doing the same thing, and you backing them up. You're full of shit then, you're full of shit now, and you need to get it straight, because I told you before and I'll say it again. My name is Point Black. Don't do that. It's time to cut it out.